guys, and welcome back. Well, we've got an update on Wendy Williams by a so called friend. Now, how we've seen Wendy looking around here and going out by herself and how she's been dressed, we thought Wendy didn't have any friends. But this friend is supposedly talked with Page Six and is updating us on her health condition. Now, she says that her health condition was more serious and life threatening than most people imagined in 2020. Now, she says Wendy was at death's door in May of 2020 when her friend DJ Boof discovered a Catatonic Wendy at her New York City apartment. Now, this source allegedly told the outlet this is where Wendy's former manager, Bernie Young, supposedly refused to call 911 out of fear that her condition would become known to the public. Now, multiple sources reportedly revealed to the publication that Wendy was hospitalized for 2 blood transfusions at the time. You remember when they were saying that she had to have 2 blood transfusions and her worsening addiction to alcohol? Now, the friend said, I don't think he understood the extent of what was going on. I don't think he wanted it to get out that she was not well, and he definitely didn't want a 911 call like what happened a year later. Now, this is supposed to be coming from Wendy Williams' longtime friend and eyewitness to the incident, allegedly told to Page Six. Now, she described what Williams' living situation looked like. It was pretty much a mess. It was a mess. She was in her robe. It was soiled. She was a catatonic. She was in a very, very bad state. Now, she was looking at the ceiling. She was just not responsive, but her eyes were open. But she was definitely in a catatonic state. Now, the source was supposedly said that they discovered a case of alcohol, open wine bottles, and a Cattell one. Now, she said we started clearing out a lot of liquor. In addition, they claimed that they and Boof insisted that Bernie Young called paramedics or Williams' former sober team, which was headed by Ron Clinton, to get her the help she needed. Now, in the meantime, they allegedly noted that they and Boof fed Wendy ice chips to keep her hydrated. Now, this friend also said she's going to die. She literally couldn't stand up. She was just lying on top of the covers and she needed 911 help. And Young's like, we're not getting 911. Eventually, the source said that Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, and the former couple's son, Kevin Hunter Jr., called her and begged her to seek help. Now, Kevin and Kevin Jr. were both saying, please come on, Mom. Let Ron and his team come up, get some help. Now, Kevin Sr. later confirmed to Page Six all of these incidents that involved him and his son. Now, the source also reportedly told the publication that DJ Boof drove Williams in his car to the hospital and she received 2 blood transfusions because she was so low on iron, which multiple sources apparently confirmed. Now, Wendy then remained under medical observation for about 4 or 5 days and had no recollection of anything that happened. Now, Boof was the savior of her effing life. Now, this source said, adding that he returned to her apartment after dropping her off to dump the alcohol. She was really, in my opinion, at death's door. If we were not there that day, she would not be here. She would not have made it. If it weren't for Kevin and Ron Clinton and his team, she wouldn't have made it. Now, Williams' publicist at the time, Sean Zanotti, spoke to Page Six explaining that Wendy is centering her energy toward the future rather than the past. Now, she said the focus is not anything from her past. The only focus we have at this time is for Wendy to continue to strive at getting better and moving forward. Right now, she is healing and working on the second part to her documentary and her podcast. She has several things that are demanding her attention right now, and past gossip is not one of them. Now, see, this is what I don't get. Now, this publicist, they're not thinking about Wendy. This is what they're thinking about, getting her to make the money. Because Wendy is the cash cow for these people. You know, publicists don't get paid unless Wendy gets paid. So they don't care about. Now, how are you gonna treat someone for their future if you don't know about their past? You know, and they're saying that she's got demanding her attention. Now, this woman shouldn't have anything demanding her attention but to be getting well, first of all. Not podcast and all this other stuff. Now, about last week, I think it was last week or week before last, Page 6 confirmed that Wendy did check into a rehab facility to treat her addiction issues, which another source said it's gotten worse. She went from wine to straight up vodka. Now, Wendy Williams' manager, Will Selby, said to Page 6 soon after, however, that she is sounding better and getting better every day. Her vitality and motivation is at an all-time high considering what she is going through. All she talks about is her upcoming projects with the Wendy Williams Experience and her new documentary slated to come in 2023. Yeah, right. Now, that's all they're wanting. I think if Wendy gets from around these people and gets some true friends, stay around her family members, maybe she would do better. Because I know Wendy is alone. She's lonely. She seems like everyone in the world is against her. So she's got a lot on her shoulders, which I know a lot of people don't care because she didn't care when she was in the limelight, how she talked about other people's. I get it. But can't be like that. Now, we truly knew something was wrong when she went to sleep in the Louis Vuitton. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. But when she went to sleep in the Louis Vuitton store in the window, you remember this? Yeah. And some strangers had to wake her up. Now, where was Will Selby and the publicists and all of that? And I have to add now, remember, this source is saying that DJ Boof was the reason she's alive. And remember, now he's a good friend because remember Wendy fired him. And, he said that they were just letting her go on and doing this to herself. And she was self-destructing. He never named what she was doing. He never named about this occasion. He never, which I saw was a true friend. And now look at Wendy now. Does this woman look like she should be worrying about the Wendy Williams Experience and the podcast and all that other foolishness? Nah, they don't even need to be talking about this. This woman needs to be in a 12-step, a 21-step or something and not working right now. She should not be working because I think that's a part of her fear in her condition with her health woes. I think she's frightened to death. And I don't think she should be worried about anything but getting better. And this other stuff, Wendy got enough money to last her for a while to see her better. But the people around her, Whitney, Just like Whitney. Whitney was that cash cow. I know y'all get tired of me comparing Whitney with Wendy. But hey, there is a comparison. There's substance abuse, you know. And they worked poor Wendy to death. Took a break from all of that, the singing, the acting, all that, just been Whitney. Whitney. I think Whitney would still be with us today. But being the cash cow, you can't rest. You can't get well. Because you got others around you pumping you up and saying you can do this and you can do that. And because they don't want that money to run out for them. All right, Wendy, you're still on our prayer list and we're still praying for you. But, family, y'all got to get more into Wendy's life. I mean, that's all to it. And I know they say, Wendy does what Wendy wants to, but somebody, if she's not capable of being over money, I think she's not capable of being by herself, and they need to have someone with this woman 24/7. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure, the bank, they do have her money tied up, but they do have someone over it that can modify whatever needs to be modified and pay for whatever is necessity. Mm-hmm. Like bodyguards and health aides, whatever she needs it. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Comments. Just press that comment button and we shall discuss. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always important, be blessed, y'all.